It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the Bucs. All that and more coming up next.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
They talk about built to run the football, whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football. Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season, only Jalen Hurts had more.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Mayfield off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw, Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jaquan Brisker drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Fields. Out to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. Sheds off the tackle. Touchdown, Chicago! Khalil Herbert, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And it hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Now we look now at their selections from this last draft. And Charles, one thing that they were just unanimous in telling us is that they had their eyes on certain guys. They didn't think that they would get all of them, but they feel like they pretty much got everyone that they wanted. That's a rarity.
They never tipped their hand to the rest of the league either, Brandon, because what they did was they had the guys that they targeted, kept it close to the vest. They did have a few tense moments in the draft room, though, waiting for those guys to fall to them because they really didn't go after them. And that's part of the allure of the draft to so many viewers. Chess matches playing out between.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 1st down, Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Evans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Buccaneers 6.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun, Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Fields on first down. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Whoa, it still won't go down. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Now Jones. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start here with a handoff to White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
10 yards on the pickup.
Now Fields steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Fighting more on the out route for the completion. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Trenton Gill in punt formation for the Bears.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Herbert to start the drive. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 70 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Herbert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Herbert powering up the middle. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal line. 1st and goal, Chicago.
Herbert will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Mayfield. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
One last shot for Mayfield here. incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.